Yeah, to look at this day again, and I want to look at some of the different funds. And I know I'm making a lot of videos, but let me put it this way: I really am into this kind of game a lot. So, if you want to watch, I mean, I'm not making anybody watch a video, but I'm gonna hopefully I'll give you some interesting things, and I'm gonna give a little story about something at the end in general, and basically because I'm crazy, I shouldn't be saying a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna give it in general. And you can believe it or not, but I'm not special now. But I could tell you a couple things that go on in the world that are real that you might find interesting. But anyway, let me just get on with this. iShares Silver Trust. Okay, you know, when did this get hit? Right? When did silver start getting hit? Let's look at the net Danny. I kind of like this chart. I found this out about this one from Brother John. I was using some other stuff in Scott Trade, but I kind of like just using this easy. Time 10 o'clock. That's about right. He opened up his mouth. And I remember seeing silver going up, and I started making this video, and I started saying, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I got to be 100 times more disciplined. I know I was thinking about the stops last night, but I was thinking to myself, I know how they aggravate me a lot of times what happens too with stops, this is just what I think. In the morning, before before everything opens up, something could be down. It could be oil, silver, gold, whatever the hell it is. It could be down, right? So if you set your stops the day before, you're stopped out first thing in the morning. But if you didn't set your stops, a lot of times it starts recovering during the day. So that's what drives me crazy about them stops sometimes. They don't always work, you know? So I was doing that. I know, but I should have jumped on it anyway. Yeah, I should have jumped on it anyway, but really this kind of threw me. But like I said, I still made money, but I would have done better setting stops. And I still, I sell 40% of my stuff in some PSLV yesterday just because I got a habit of grabbing the money. I know I joke about Rabbi Train, but hey, that's not stupid. That's a good method. That's why I'm trying to tell people, watch these guys. I don't know where the heck the top is in silver, but I think I'm going to have a decent enough idea. And this morning, if I was paying attention to news stories, I could have doubled my money. I mean, doubled whatever my gains were, and had much bigger gains. Much bigger gains. Because obviously, this happened at 10 o'clock. And, let's not fault Bernanke or whatever the heck he's doing, It is partly the markets reacted too much. I think there was other stuff going on too, because I'm a little conspiratorial, and I got some reasons to be more conspiratorial, because I do know that very powerful people do plot in secret to make money at the expense of others. That's a fact of life. That's just how it is. They're kind of like predators, They'll cut each other's throat and all this other stuff. But let's not get on to that. This morning, okay, iShares Silver Trust dropped 6.36%, and the Sprott went down a little less, which ergo means the premium returned a little bit. So the premium went up a little bit, So, and I'm not really logging in this premium. Just skip some days, and I got some rows hidden in here and stuff. But I pointed out this about 20 times already about the premium going down. That pissed me off. But there's other advantages to this fund. Like when there's some really super volatile days like this fund is a better one to hold. If you're just going to hold, this is the one that's better to hold. Just got to watch about the hot potato, the premium. So when that gets up there, see, I think I'm going to hold a lot of this anyway, even though short term, this kind of burns me because with the premium, because no matter what I did, no matter what news stories I looked at, there's absolutely nothing I could do about that, and that's kind of like an insider thing all the way. It really is. It's not fair at all. This should really be illegal what he did here. It should be like, or split out into pieces or something. I don't know. I don't know what the heck. This stuff really isn't right. So he's another one. But anyway, this morning, if a person was, watching what was going on, paying attention to what Bernanke was doing, and if a person actually set their stops like extremely disciplined, like the sky could fall every 5 minutes, which I should have done, which I still secured gains anyway, but it would have been better. But that's not right. That's not right. I gotta hit the stops immediately. I don't want to do them at night though, because like I said, you can get stopped out first thing in the morning. But if you got gains in the morning, you want to hit them. You want to hit those stops. It seems crazy. This is kind of a freaky thing, but still there's no excuses for it. But if you're really on the ball, people were quite, you could see what went on here. This dropped, right? So that was when he made the announcement. What happened with these shares? People were buying into them. And you know what I find kind of interesting? They were right on the ball with this. People were right on the ball with this. 10 o'clock. They were buying into them. And it looks like they had a gain here. There was sales. They had a gain here. That's a lot more volume. Got out. Right here. Right there. Got out on that peak again. These guys were right on the ball. These people were right on the ball with this stuff. And they were right on there. And I should have been. I should have been too. I don't know where the hell you get those news stories fast enough though, because I'm not looking to really day trade, but I would have loved to. I could have picked this up too. I could have picked this up. You just don't know. It's like it doesn't happen very often. But this could have been picked up. This could have been, I could have possibly caught a gain here again, plus got stopped out. That's because, I'm not, I was pretty quick, but I could have been doing a lot better than this. A lot better. Just not off of guessing, just off of basic things that you need to be doing. So, I know this probably could be an overreaction to the markets too, not just all conspiracy stuff. But, I kind of buy into the conspiracy thing too. But, look, this is kind of why I bought into these velocity shares. I didn't catch them in the right spot. I kind of caught them when silver was bouncing up a little bit. But, look at the volume that happened on SLV on this down spike. That tells me something. That tells me there's a lot of buyers. And there was a lot of buyers over here too when they thought it stopped. It didn't stop. So silver's got still a hard bull run going, and I know the QE has a lot to do with it, but that manufacturing index, now what could really kill it is just like, see, there's a lot of bad news coming out of China, but I don't think they want that kind of news to come out, because I know there's a game to suppress the price of gold and silver, but it's like they really can't do it too good, because well, for one, silver's like in the case of an industrial metal. If they want the economy to go good, silver's going to go up because it's an industrial and a precious metal. So it's almost like a can't-lose proposition with silver, although it's very volatile. But like I said, if you're really on a bull this morning, and I said there's a reason I don't like setting stops at night, because a lot of times the market opens up low and it kind of heats up during the day, and then you're stopped out first thing in the morning. That's that's BS. But I was gonna set them right here. Oh, but I says, let me should have done it. But still, made the gains. But if you're actually, I was on the ball more, I could have actually shorted this market, because this wasn't like secret news. It was for people that were on the ball fast enough, they would have been okay. Now, looks like silver's heading north again. I don't know, it's over 35. So, if it goes up a little more, I'll be breaking even with that little small bet I did on triple leverage. And if it goes up a little more, I'll sell that stuff. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm going to be watching a lot of different news stories and see what my brain says. I don't know. I just got to look at different things, but it does pay. I think I'm probably going to get, I found this. I know, like the silver channels are saying it was just another conspiratorial smackdown by the cartel and all this kind of stuff. I know, but don't. There's some truth to that. Some truth to that, and everything is a bunch of paper. I know, but paper still buys stuff. So you want to get more of it. So that's I'm not really knocking the conspiracy theories, but I'm kind of looking at things realistically. You want to make money, right? So I mean, if you're really on the ball with this newswire thing, or if there was a team of what goes on when you got stuff like this with these traders, you got a team of people working together, and once that word gets out, it's right in there. They nail it. It's probably hard to do as an individual, but I think I'm going to watch some of these, what's coming out in the AP, for Bernanke and all this kind of garbage, Euro, whatever. But that was interesting. There's actually potential to make a slew more money. Now, this is going to sound like a fairy tale, but there's a lot of dissatisfied Russian business people in Russia. Actually, I think they're pissed off at the government. Like, Putin must be very greedy because he's got like $40 billion plus, or whatever the heck it is, as of years ago. So there's other powerful Russian businessmen. There's no woman in Russia. Yeah, I don't know. I'm making all this up, right? And they like to do deals with the West, So they might have materials, So they'll have to get them out of country. But to get them out of country, they get taxed. So they'll take them out in trucks, things like that. So they'll go through Russia to Latvia to Lithuania to Poland and to Germany. And then when they get into Germany, they'll have the assets assayed, Then they'll go in. They'll have like a safekeeping receipt and SKR issued when it goes into a safe. Then the bank will issue a bond. And then that bond is traded. And these go on these private trading platforms that are like not closed to the public. And some of the stuff out there is some crazy, some of these numbers, these guys, there's all kinds of stuff. It's like, it could be materials for real high-tech stuff too, And I've seen stuff that was even going from Russia to China, through Iranian connections that were actually the family of the Shah, which there's a guy. There's people in the United States very smart. They're Iranian, but they're not connected with the current Iranian regime. They're pro-U.S., very pro-U.S. They're connected with the Shah's family, so it's like a different thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you got Jews and Muslims and Iranians, they all work together. It's all about money. Period. No religion, money. So there was deals actually for lots of billions, and what I was hoping to do was get a good chunk of that money in the United States. But I think some of the stuff is going on, but I lost touch of it. I lost touch with it. But I did find interesting, and I don't know how common these names are, and I'm not going to say what the name is, but one of the guys, it was a Russian. I saw he never had any kind of record or anything like that, and it was like the FASB, like the successor to the KGB. I believe that's the current one. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong acronym, probably Financial Accounting Standards Board, but it was the successor to the KGB, and I just looked up his name one time, and lo and behold, he was like taken away with secret police, machine guns, and every other damn thing. And I started thinking, I wonder if that was the same guy, because but the way I look at it, there's what the people were trying to do in the United States, though, they're 100% pro-USA, and they're trying to pull money in to the United States for big projects. So, I don't think it was a bad thing. And the only guy you're really ripping off was Putin. You aren't ripping off the Russian people, you're ripping off Putin. And I don't like that jerk. And actually, obviously, it looks like our elite don't like him either. You know? Because the Russian people would get the money. Because the Russian businessmen were going to make money, too. Everybody was going to make money. It was really the guy, like the dictator Putin, wasn't going to get the money. So I think it was a very honorable thing. So, I don't know. I don't know what the hell was going on with all of it, though. But there's some wild shit out there. And a lot of it's not as fairy tale as you think. And, you know, the U.S. government, or whatever the heck they are, there's like, they'll stop transactions, too, cold. Like something will go out of a bank, it'll be like a Swift MT760, and you think that's going through, and it'll freeze those assets right there. They'll freeze them. So there's a lot, you know, I'm almost discussing some really wild shit that I don't really know 100% about, but I know some of it. And I don't want to discuss any names, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on. And I don't really think it's all bad. I don't think it's all bad. And, you know, not everybody, that's why I keep saying, you know, don't necessarily go against the elite. Like somebody like, I know the guy, he mentioned George Soros' name so much. But, you know, if George Soros was like, you know, he just died of a heart attack or something, you know, the world isn't going to change that fast, because part of the reason the economy isn't working is because there's a lot of fluff in the economy. So, I mean, that's part of it too. But there's a lot of elite that are not in the same camp as George Soros at all. And there's a lot of Jewish elite that are not in the same camp as George Soros. But there is a lot of stuff going on that's pretty wild. And, you know, it's real. It's real. So, you know, but getting back to Earth here, if, I mean, that stuff, you know, I didn't get a dime out of it. So, to me, it's all, but it's, you know, it's found out to be interesting. But personally, if I think I got my, I'm not letting that die, because I think there was some good ideas there. I think there was some really good ideas. I'm not letting that die that easy. So, you know, I got my feelers out a little bit for that too, but I don't know. I'm more like hit reality fast, you know. If you got an idea, even if you do it in pieces, you know, it don't have to be tens of billions, it could be millions, you know. I don't care. But anyway, you know, I mean, obviously, if you're going to get a cut out of something like, you know, it would be minuscule. It would be minuscule. But the way I look at it, if it brings money to the United States, and it facilitates free trade between nations, it's a good thing, you know. Putin is basically like a big gangster that runs the Russia, you know. That's really what the guy is, and he's not. A lot of Russian business people don't like that guy, or businessmen, because I don't think there was any Russian. I don't know. I never seen any Russian businesswoman, you know. They're like real, you know, over there. Crazy. They're crazy, man. Anyway, but yeah, that's general BS story. That's really here nor there. But unlike a lot of the stuff you hear about the Rothschilds, you know, I don't know what the hell's going on with the Rothschilds. That's some stuff that's real. There is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. And there's some big money floating around. And there's like even banks and stuff like that are like, you know, like there'll be like one guy that runs a whole bank for special people, you know, special transactions, and it's like an internet bank. There's no, and it's one guy that runs the whole damn thing. Some wild stuff, you know. So, you know, that kind of like gets into all this, you know, what's going on kind of stuff, you know. But it's real. It's real. Some of that stuff is, a lot of stuff is real. But, you know, I never seen anything material out of it, like dollars and cents that went into my pocket. So it's a bunch of BS in a way, you know. But I know it's real. I know it's real because, you know, I was close enough to it to know better. But if a person was on a ball this morning, conspiracy or not, they could have, if you knew what Bernanke was going to say, I mean, you would have got the word right there at 10 o'clock. He said it right out in public, right? If you were really fast, you would have got out of your triple leverage, and whatever cash you had available, you would have shorted, and you could have been jumping up from like I don't know 23, 24 up to 20. I don't know, freaking 27 or something like that. You could have had a big move up instead of a big move down, and no secret information, just by keeping your ear to the ground and watching what's going on with the events. So quite obviously, this is probably why it got slammed down too. People were shorting the hell out of the market. They jumped from extreme long to extreme short on his announcement. So I mean, it's not a total like conspiracy thing either, But if you were actually on the ball, anybody could have made money today, good money, a lot more. So, but I don't know. I gave that story out about the the Russians and stuff like that. It's kind of a very general story, but it's very true. So, the internet loves conspiracies, but not everything is a conspiracy. There is stuff like that's going on, and I guess it's been going on forever, right?